Hello, I'd like to do this video and explain how I do my videos in case you're interested. I'm using a JVC 200, which is an old camera. I have 3 of these cameras. They're high definition. They have a decent lens. That's the reason I purchased one years ago. I've had 4 of these, counting the 3 that I have now. And I use it on a tripod, and I have a soft light directly behind it. That's why you don't get any shadows. And that's the advantage of using a soft light. You can see a little bit of shadow, but not much. And it gives you some clarity for your video. Of course, you wouldn't use this system outdoors. And this camera works great outdoors. It's not that stable. It's got a stabilization function on it, but it's really not that great. If I was doing a video outdoors, I would use something like a GoPro. Sony's got a new camera that a lot of YouTubers are using that I like. I don't own one. But anyway, the way I do this, and I'm going to be moving my camera around, so this is going to be really informal. You can see in the background my audio. I do my audio and video totally separate. And I don't own a clapboard. A clapboard is like you see in the movies. So what I do is I just clap my hand. You'll see a spike right there. And it's putting a spike on the camera. And then when I pull it up into an editor, I'll bring it together. And the audio software that I'm using, some people call it Audacity. It's Audio City. It's free software. And it's all I use for my audio. But for my video, I'm going to show you both of my systems. This screen is coming off of an i7 Asus laptop. And you can see it probably. Let me kind of move that around. Let's see. No, I think you can see that. Like I say, this is going to be informal. And what I usually do, the laptop's got a camera. And I heard a FBI guy interviewed one time, and he said the first thing he did when he got his laptop is he put a piece of tape over the camera. And what I do is I put this over my screen on my laptop. This doesn't have a camera, but I'm going to deselect this and let it run. And that's Audio City, and you can download it. It's free. Years ago, Sony developed some editing software called Vegas, and it's Vegas Pro. It wasn't that really expensive. And I have about 4 versions of that software, but the version that I'm using now, Sony, for whatever the reason, sold it to a company, I think in England, and I have their latest version of that software. It's not intuitive, but it's powerful. You can do so much. Now I'm going to pull it up until you can see it. And I use that as my editing software. And you'll find when you start doing videos, if you ever decide to do YouTube videos, that's my software. They still call it Vegas Pro, but it's not owned by Sony anymore. But when you start doing videos, you'll find that doing the editing is the most time consuming, and most people do not like to edit. But now I enjoy editing. you can make your videos a lot more interesting if you do edit. The thing that I don't like to see, and there are some people out there, of course, the content has more to do with your videos than anything. If you got great content, you can get by with doing a lot of things. But like if I made a mistake and I wanted to edit out something that I'm saying, if I didn't have a way to have a break between my edits, what I might do is edit and show you how it, when I edit, because I'm going to have to edit this video. But if a person is talking and right in the middle of a sentence, if they jump over like that, you know that they've jumped a frame because they've edited out a word. And I just don't like to see that. It's very unprofessional. Not that you've got to be professional, but with the advent of YouTube, you have so many leeways to do your videos. So I'm going to go back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to deselect this now. And I usually don't use both screens. And I can take and hit my display settings. And it's right now, it says duplicate these displays. I don't want to duplicate them. I want to go to this one. This is my number 2. And you'll see that one go off, and then it gives me a chance to keep this change. And then what I'll do is pull up my audio. I got the sniffles. So that's basically the way I do these videos. I'm using a soft light, which you can tell there's not a lot of shadows. And that's very important to get rid of the shadows, especially if you're in a room like I am. And I don't know, let me see if I can, well, I'm getting tripped over my wires. One thing, I don't have a lot of room in here. I've got a small room. And there's my other monitor. I've got 2 monitors, and I'm using, my laptop is an i7, I probably mentioned that, and my desktop is an i5. So, and then when I do a video outdoors, I basically do it the same way. So, let's see where we're at. Well, that's basically the way I do my videos. I wanted to kind of explain that informally, and I hope that I accomplished that. I have a tendency to get carried away explaining things. There's some people that I watch on video, and there's this one guy. He goes around to these little small towns on the back roads, and I really enjoy his videos. I was telling my wife, the thing he does that I could not do, he can explain so many things in just a few words. He's the best I've ever seen at it. Where I have a tendency to just go on and on and on. And I do the same thing when I'm writing. I have a tendency to just go on and on and on. But anyway, YouTube is fun. And if you've been thinking about getting involved, why, I hope this answered a few. I hope it answered more questions than whatever. Okay, we'll see you. Thank you for watching this stuff. Bye-bye.